Hey, welcome to lesson 3. In this case, we'll be sketching the ingredients, and the final dish our illustration will be based on. So open up Photoshop and create a square file. Then start drawing lines in order to create the final recipe, which is a tinga tacos recipe. So guys, it's very important that you have enough references of the recipe you want to develop. I found this recipe on this online platform, which includes visual references of the dish, so I can use it as a guide, and it's really helpful. Try to look for a visual guide as well. And when you have it, the rest is a piece of cake. Well, kind of. First, I'm going to draw the taco shells. I'm going to include 2 so the canvas doesn't look that empty. And then write down the name next to the ingredient once you finish drawing it. This would be the flour tortillas that can be easily found in the supermarket. Don't focus on details too much. If you're unsure about how to draw a specific detail, look for references on the internet and try to make it as similar as possible. If you want, you can make it in a cartoon-like style or a flat style. I've decided to generate a hand-drawn style. So I'll take this initial sketch as a sort of guide. Then, in a new layer, I'll draw the final illustration and ink it with a special brush. So these are kind of the steps I'm going to follow in this course, okay? Cool. Right now, what I'm doing is drawing the rest of the ingredients. Now the pepper. And it's not that complex, though. Make sure you continuously check the ingredients. So, to avoid, this way you're avoiding mistakes because you have a visual guide. Great, let's scale it down a little bit and place it wherever you want it to be. I don't really know how to draw a jalapeno, so I'm going to look for some inspiration in a new tab. There it goes. I was sure it's similar to peppers, but not the same. Awesome. So make sure your illustrations are as real as possible. I'll also include a piece of jalapeno here so that it can be easily recognized. Okay, now we can clearly differentiate it from the pepper, right? We may think of them as similar veggies, but they aren't. That's why references are so important. So, if there are similar ingredients, try to include variations and different details to distinguish them, which is what I just made. And here we have the lime. I've used the image shown in the original recipe to draw my own lime. It's quite similar to a lemon, though. And now let's have a look at some shallots pictures. Well, guys, I must confess I've never seen one in my entire life. And not such a long shallot, indeed. I think it must be another type of onion. So, okay, here we have the shallot. Guys, as you can see, it's quite easy. Again, it's essential you know all the ingredients beforehand. In my case, I'm making the tinga tago recipe, but you can draw any other. I'm not sure, perhaps Spanish omelette, which is just made with quite a few ingredients, so it's really easy to draw as well. And, well, it will depend on the risk you want to take. Great, these are the chickpeas. Well, it's just about keep drawing ingredients. I've decided to draw the salt and the pepper in a container, as well as the oil and the vinegar. This way, the presentation will look much better. So, guys, well, this would be the sketching process. Quite easy, right? Play around with different options. If you're not happy with your first sketch, use a reference as a base and then add your own style. It's a good option, actually. So you don't worry too much, okay? So in order to represent the vinegar and the olive oil, I'll draw a container that I'm going to use for both of them, and thus avoid drawing two similar containers and speed up the process and save time. So, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And now I'll try to speed up the work process, and I'm going to play the rest of the video in fast motion. Okay? So, I'll stop talking now, and you'll see the rest of the illustration process in the following minutes. Obviously, if you have any doubts, leave your questions in the forum. See you in the next lesson.